to number 2.
Get that ASMR.
Yeah,
ASMR. Welcome to.
we don't know the name still.
We still don't know the name. Welcome back to the.
Offline.
Well, there's like 4 other podcasts named offline, so we're going to explain that one real quick.
And we also, that was kind of a
podcast
rush
with Jon B and AP.
Yeah, that's.
And Sam D.
No. So today we are joined by a high school buddy. In the first podcast, we guys let you know that John and I are high school buddies. We now are in the fishing industry, and we've started this podcast. We decided to bring in a special guest for the second one, which is our buddy Samuel Dice. Dice?
How's it going? Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Thanks for being on the podcast. Thanks for joining us. We all went to high school together. We all went to high school at St. Viator High School.
Unfortunately.
I enjoyed Viator.
I had a great time. I loved
You
it.
loved it too, dude. You just didn't like some of the people there.
No, I did. I liked a lot of the people there. I didn't like the teachers.
Yeah, some of them. Some of them were cool though.
Yeah. I would say it was like maybe not 50-50 on the teachers,
50,
but
Yeah.
the not good ones were like bad.
Yeah, like that's what I'm
You know
saying. It
what
was
I
like
mean?
0 or
Like-
100.
Yeah.
But dude, I found out like one of my favorite teachers like passed away. Did you hear Mrs. Juicy passed?
Yeah.
That's really
That
sad.
was a shame.
Yeah.
She was an awesome teacher.
She was awesome.
She was my
I had
environmental
to,
science.
I had to bribe her. I went to Italy.
Oh, this is good.
I went to Italy in my senior year when I had her for like
Yeah.
AP Bio, and I hated biology. I was the only kid who had to take the final. Like, you know how
Killed
like
it.
if you got a certain grade,
You didn't have to.
you didn't have
Yeah,
to.
yeah.
I was the only kid who like didn't hit that. Or it was something with the tests. I think you
Yeah.
needed to like get certain scores on the test. I was the only kid who had to take the final.
So wait, how did you bribe?
Oh, wait, yeah.
But
When you ended up in
yeah.
Italy, I'm so confused.
So I didn't wanna. I knew that I was like gonna have to take this final.
Yeah.
And so I went to Italy, and Juicy, she was very Italian. So
she was super
I
Italian.
brought her home a bottle of limoncello.
Limoncello.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it didn't get me out of the final, but it got me somehow like a B plus, and I definitely did
Didn't
not
do
get
good
a
on
B.
the-
Yeah, and
on
she
the
curved
final.
the hell out of it.
She
I
was
was the only
awesome.
kid taking it.
That's
so
awesome.
there's not much you can base the curve off of.
I remember when like Vine was still a thing. I'd take like Vines during class, and we were on this like environmental science was like science for dipshits. Like
Wasn't
complete
your
idiots.
Vine my name?
Yeah.
Oh
That was
yeah,
very-
and your
Dad
dad.
got salty.
He did.
What
Because,
did he-
there was something.
He was searching
Because
his
it's
own
his
name.
name too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he searched. What he did was he searched his name on Google.
Yeah, you're Alex Jr.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alex Perrick was my dad's name too, and John's Vine showed up, and it was videos of John just
Honestly, like kind of
They
being
were
a dick to
Probably
you.
yeah.
definitely being a dick to me. But they were man, I wish we could. That's one app I wish you
Yeah.
could still view the old.
They're probably
stuff
on my like
It's
one of
a
my old
shame.
phones or something like that.
Yeah.
I was throwing vines up during class, and we were like going over like we were at this bog or whatever, and she was like naming all of the plants, and like one of the trees was called like a pussy willow, and I had her like I kept asking her like what's the name of that again, and like she would it's a pussy willow.
I
She'd get so
actually
pissed
think
at
I
me.
remember that.
Yeah, she got like really mad, but she was so cool. She was awesome. In our last podcast, we talked about a lot of kind of interesting high school experiences. The time that Perrick had to sneak alcohol into my parents' house so we could get drunk at a 13-person party. What else did we talk about that was high school related? Just the time, like, I guess we met.
Yeah. What else did we talk
Oh
about?
yeah, did you talk about that fishing tournament?
Oh, fishing in Love. That's not where
yeah.
we met. We met in just like.
That's where I
yeah.
met
Wait,
you.
we
That's
should-
where I met you.
Can I really quickly explain my first impressions of you when I first saw you?
Yes, that's a good
'Cause it was
idea.
fucking hilarious.
Mine's pretty funny too.
Yeah, when was the first? Okay, I'll go and then I'll
Mine
hear
was,
yours.
yeah.
Okay.
you
So
go
the first time I met Perrick, I was a sophomore, and Perrick was just coming to St. Viator. He was a freshman, and I was fishing with this dude named Dan Cleary, who was a year older than me, and we were fishing buddies. Like, not too many people in our high school fished, so we were
It
out
wasn't
fishing.
popular. It wasn't popular like it is now
Oh,
in high school. It was like literally 4 people.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
So he's like, hey, Dan was like, hey man, I got this kid. He's a year younger than you. He's into fishing. He wants to join the fishing team. Like, is it cool if he tags along? I'm like, like, sure, why not? Here comes this little kid waddling out of the car. He like goes in the back of Dan's trunk to pick up a rod. He picked up a Boo Garcia Ambassador with like neon yellow line and like a musky spinnerbait.
So it was like one of those big like round reels, like not like a bait cat. Like it was just huge. Oh, okay, yeah.
It was shit.
It
I
was
like,
shit. It was
oh,
shit.
Sick. This kid's a fucking dunce. And like, you don't say anything. You literally, I thought you were mute. I thought this kid was like deaf or mute, and he's just like, how's it going? Name's Alex. And then like just went to the point and started casting, just like whipping this
You
straight
also have
braid
to
setup.
keep in mind like what he looked like at that age.
Oh, dude,
too.
he
like
looked-
if we can throw up a picture.
Yeah, we can. Absolutely. You looked a lot different, honestly.
Oh yeah.
You
You're like
changed a ton. Like from your appearance from then on?
Oh yeah. When I was like, there was like when I finally
Just hadn't
turned.
grown into the
Yeah.
nose.
No.
Yeah, when I like finally was like 15, I finally like
Ouch.
kind of started to change. My body changes
Wait,
and stuff.
15?
Yeah,
I would
sophomore year.
go as far as say like 20 years old. is
20
when you
years
start
old,
really
yeah.
getting into full gear there, guy.
Once you grew the mustache, I think.
Yeah, honestly, the mustache is doing wonders for you. I was not about
The
it, but it
haircut,
definitely is helping.
not so much.
So wait, what was the first time you met? I'm curious.
It was so we
Lake
had
Catholic?
yeah, I think it was that
Oh, it
tournament.
Was the text? It was texting.
Yeah,
Between
it
us,
was
that
texting, and we
yeah.
were all sleeping at J Naps. And,
Okay, yeah.
And you're like, I'm like, who is this kid?
Yeah.
You're like, he goes divider. I'm like, I've never seen this kid in my life.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, let's like mess with him. So you're like,
I remember this. Yeah.
like tell him to bring the hot dogs and say you got the corn.
yeah, yeah, I
So
remember.
like that's what. So I'm pretty sure he was like expecting me to have hot dogs and corn.
We
But
tried
also,
to play it off like
I
you didn't
was
know what you're
like,
talking about.
that tournament, like I still wasn't fully into fishing then.
You were
Like,
throwing
I
a-
loved
you were
to
throwing a
fish, and I
frog
was
on a
just,
spinning
like,
rod.
But Dice, you
Yeah, I
got
was
the
throwing a
most
frog.
fucking blowups.
I got the most blow-ups. I think I landed one fish.
Dude,
I
every
waded
other
in, like nips deep to get one. And
every other cast
was
Dice
not
was just
one.
getting blown up. Oh, I got one! I got one!
I'd be across the lake
it was,
and I'd see the
it
splash.
was an
I'd be
ugly
like,
stick.
no,
I
no.
had on a
Yeah,
spinning rod.
yeah, he was
it
throwing
was
an ugly stick spinning rod with a frog.
Yeah, it was like my backup, and so I'm like, oh, this
yeah.
has braid on it. I'll throw a frog.
Remember PK was that the day PK was twerking him too? Was that a different lake?
No, you and Jack won.
Oh, Jack and I were
PK, that was a different.
Dude,
time.
we should-
I didn't go to that.
We should
one.
really
Yeah.
reconnect
It
with
was,
Jack. We need to reconnect
Did you
with
know?
Jack.
Did you get this?
He's home now.
Yeah, I know.
you hear about-
Dude, he
Yeah,
works
we should
at
go.
Mercury or
Yeah,
whatever.
did
Yeah,
you hear
yeah.
this? Yeah.
Jack is one of our good buddies too that we haven't really seen since high school.
So the company that I do like I don't want to say work with, like the company that gave me my low is Brunswick, and like I don't even know, like I think he DM'd me. He's like, hey, I saw your name come up somewhere in the office, and like, are you working with Brunswick? I'm like, yeah, why? He's like, oh, I work with like out of Indiana. I'm like, what the hell? Like that's
Yeah.
small world
Yeah,
type shit.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Oh,
just
I
talking
got
about
I saw like your something about girlfriend on there. I got another good story.
it. Okay.
Okay, good.
The whole time before you and Morgan were dating, like I legitimately, I'm pretty sure for like a year period, thought that Morgan was his younger sister.
No,
I'm,
dude,
like,
that's
the
why
grade
it
below.
started though.
That's like what started.
Yeah,
it,
like
remember?
no bullshit.
We
Like,
need
she
some-
would
we
be
need some
on the
context,
football,
though.
like
Oh,
before the
God.
football.
No, there's no context. Just been okay, so
I said I saw.
No,
it.
we
let me
just-
lay out the
we
context.
just don't
I
need to
deserve to lay out the context. For those of you guys who don't watch Peric's videos on his other channel, Morgan is his ex-girlfriend going on almost a decade now. It's been a while.
Where we at? We've actually broken up now.
Okay, yeah, for sure. So,
Got to put that out there.
so the basically, I feel like I've told this story before, but the story goes like I don't know if it was me or
And
Jack
like
or
at
you.
the football games, because she was
I'd
like,
s- we
did
would see
Poms,
her.
and we would like, I don't know, say stuff like,
I'd be like, dude,
Peric's
that's-
girlfriend, like,
Yeah.
I don't know, like,
And we weren't that like personal with Peric yet, so like eventually one of us was like, "Yo, do you have a sister that goes divider?" Because like
Yeah.
this chick looks just like, and I'd walk past her.
oh,
in
and
hallways.
you guys had lunch, and you would always.
No, I
like,
think
ask
what
them.
Then we
we
figured
I
it
think
out.
we had lunch and then Dice like came to our lunch one day and was like, "Yo, do you have a sister?" I feel like Dice was the one who like first started it though.
Jack gave.
Oh no, yeah, Jack started
Jack
that.
started
yeah.
it.
Yeah,
like,
so Jack,
Stan's
Jack,
page.
when we started, we're talking about Jack. Jack was
Jack's
the
been a lot
reason
of our
why
videos, by the
I
way.
met.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was like before people really watched our videos.
Yeah, but still.
Like that was when I was getting 500 views and you were
Got some
getting. Like,
OGs.
Wait.
Yeah,
like,
OGs.
I thought you were still getting.
I'm still getting 500 views currently right now, but it's been a rough month. No, the title about girlfriend that I had written down was, this was for our first podcast, so exploiting your girlfriend for views.
In bold.
In bold, it was
Like
like
This is-
20
you
other
really wanna
items,
talk
but
about
those
this.
are just in regular
You
text.
really want to talk about this?
I just wanted to like just some people.
Hit it off, dude.
No, I'm no. we're s-
Underhand pitch. Here
We
you
just
go.
did that. Oh, here's a good story about Jack and you.
Me?
Yeah. When you dinged up my boat, you weren't here for this.
Oh, no.
But you've heard
I'm
about
pretty sure
this.
there's like, is there? Maybe there's not video footage.
No,
No.
there's
But
definitely not.
Like since then, I've heard just Peric scream so many times that I can just like
like
play it. I
PTSD.
wasn't even there, but I can just like play the whole thing in my.
So like we were fishing this like we were
Dude,
fishing.
okay, can I say something real quick? You used to be vicious.
Yes.
You used to be
I've calmed down, dude.
vicious.
Even like a year ago.
Napoleon-
15 years
Napoleon
old?
syndrome.
Yeah, for
Is
sure.
that what it is? You
For
think
sure,
Napoleon-
yeah. Just like not having to feel empowered.
Like
'cause,
intimidate
yeah,
me, bro. Like I'm a year older than you, a little bit taller than you. You used to scare the shit out of me sometimes.
Yeah, and I feel like I've toned down a lot since then. Like I'm not as bad, but I still have my moments.
Oh no, for sure.
But anyways, so we were at my lake house and we were fishing. Like John was like controlling the trolling motor.
You said take the motor for a second.
Yeah, I said take the motor for a second. I had to like rig up a rod or something.
Yeah.
All I remember was like tying up, and then all of a sudden like,
Dude, a fucking random breeze comes out
like
of
a
nowhere.
chalkboard. You know, like when a chalk like hits a chalkboard, like, and then I just look, I go, whoop, and I just see my boat just like scraping against a metal rod sticking out of the water.
No, it was a skeg.
And how long had you?
No,
were
it wasn't
like,
a skeg.
It
You
was a skeg.
No, you put like a little dash in the side, dude.
No, but the boat hit a skeg of a motor that was trimmed up.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Believe me, I haven't forgotten.
Yeah,
this.
okay. I
The
thought
skeg.
you meant like my skeg was getting hit. No, like a skeg of
No,
a boat.
a skeg
No, I'm just
on
saying
your
he loves
fiberglass.
skegs.
He does love
Yeah.
skegs. We talked about it in the first
I love
in
to
the first
destroy
episode.
skegs.
So he scratches my boat, and I just like, it wasn't really a big deal at all. Like he scratched my boat, who cares? But I like got up and I'm like, you have no respect for me. You have no respect for my equipment. I am done. Drop me off. This is bullshit.
No, not drop you off.
Oh yeah, I was like,
Get
the
off my boat. That's what
get
you
the
said.
fuck
You
off
said,
my
get
boat.
the fuck off my boat. I'm like, what do you mean? We're in Wisconsin. I don't know where the fuck I'm at. Like, what do you mean get off my boat?
I was just.
I almost did. I was
Yeah.
like, I almost got off the boat because I didn't know what to do. I was like, because at the same time, like, in your defense, like, yeah, it was your boat. It's a really nice boat. It's fiberglass. I felt like I was guilty, but like my excuse was like no one was watching the rear, and a fat fucking gust of wind came out of nowhere and just kicked the stern.
No matter how good you are at controlling a boat, you're gonna hit your boat
Well, that's why I
against
have an
stuff.
aluminum boat.
You're like, it's bound to happen. I overreacted, but the funny part about like when I had tantrums and like when I still do, it's like it lasts for like 20 minutes.
But then you
it
get
gets
happy.
It gets awkward
Then
for
you
a
get
little bit.
so happy.
It gets awkward for a little bit, and then like
Happy.
I'm just back.
Then you're like,
It's like a little high.
then
off
you're
of
like,
it.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, you do. It's a little high. And you're like,
He just
nah.
builds it up, and he's like,
You know what he
once
said
gets it
afterwards?
out-
He's like, he turns out the boat, licks his 2 fingers, rubs the scrape off. He's like, nah, it's all good. And I'm
I
like,
go, it's not that bad.
I take my head and I fucking slam it up against the compartment. I'm like, dude, you just caused me to have a fucking like heart attack
That
because
was
I
a
thought
good-
you were pissed. I like, and again, I didn't know you that well. I know you
Yeah,
for maybe a year. Like if you did that now, I'd be like, shut the fuck up, Eric.
yeah.
It'd be different, but
It
like
would be different.
It was, and then Jack, of course, was like starstruck. He was like, whoa. Jack
Yeah.
really didn't know.
No, Jack. That was like
He's like, who the
probably
hell is this?
like our third time probably
Yeah.
dating. Jack was coming
Yeah.
up. I don't know where you were at this situation. It was, I think you were up with us. It was me,
Yeah.
you, Dice, and we were up at Dice's cabin. We used to go up. It was kind of cool. Like Dice's parents had a cabin. My parents had a cabin. We used to go up there like for weekends and spend just weekends up there. And anyway, so we're putting away the boat, and like Dice's dad had like a nice like ski boat. What would you call it? Like a deck
It was
boat?
my grandpa's boat.
Grandpa's,
yeah,
yeah.
it was like
was
it's
a
a deck
Suzuki?
boat. It's a
Yeah, deck boat. It was a deck
Yeah.
boat, and like Dice like. We'll tell the skiing story after this, but Dice loved to ski. He loved the water sports. He's a big water sports guy, and he like was
Jack
gonna
of all trades.
Jack of all
He
trades.
was
So he's-
hunting just a few months ago.
No, why did we have that out?
it doesn't. It doesn't.
Because you had his boat. Yeah.
It doesn't matter why we had it out because this part is the best. So Dice is like, hey, I'm just gonna put it away real quick. I will never forget this. This is probably the hardest I've ever laughed. Like it was bad, but I was.
I want to say there was like a heavy like south wind.
Yeah,
coming
for
in.
sure.
I
Yeah,
saw exactly
sprinkle
what
that one
happened. I saw exactly what happened. He goes to. So he obviously has a boat in forward, and he's going into a shore station. A shore station is like a big metal cage that holds a boat and raises it.
spot,
Yeah,
yeah.
parking spot for a boat. And he like goes to put it in neutral and reverse to slow it down, but he falls forward and jams it into forward and just smacks his
Come
shore
on.
station. Like goes
Yeah.
into it. Like
I hit
hard.
it really hard.
Bent the shore station.
No, I didn't bend it.
Dude, you 100%
No,
bent it.
I shifted it.
Or
It,
shifted, like, the whole-
completely shifted because those
Like, you
shore
just
stations-
relocated the
thing
entire-
about those shore stations, they're actually pretty light.
I love how Dice is just like, no, this wasn't that
They
big
are.
of a deal.
No.
I just
It was a
relocated
big
the
deal,
entire dock.
but it didn't get dented. It just like completely
moved.
like
shifted
full
away from
forward. It was just.
So I had to get in the water and lift it up. And
But it
like,
was
move
cold though, right?
Yeah.
It was like spring or.
Yeah, it was definitely probably spring.
Dude, was this the same? This had to be the same weekend of the skiing story.
Yeah, I think it
No,
was. I just wasn't. I wasn't
I
physically
wanna
there
say
for
my
that.
dad was up there.
Your dad was up there for the skiing.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, he was.
He definitely was not. So we're essentially all sitting by the fire.
No,
we were on his porch.
in
your
the-
porch.
Yeah, the
The porch.
porch.
We were chilling after fishing.
Yeah, we were chilling, just talking,
Dusty
you know,
day, it's
relaxing.
raining.
And like all of a sudden, Dice just like he does this weird thing where he'll just get up and just like walk away. Kind of, he's just like, wait, like gets up and just walks away. And John are like, well, like what's he gonna like? Just go do something stupid. He comes back fully dressed in a wetsuit, like just a full tight wetsuit,
context.
no context at
One
all.
ski.
One ski in his hand, and he just goes, I want to go skiing, and it's like 35 degrees out.
Raining.
It's not 30
Dude, it was
miles.
gross,
Like
bro.
55.
Dude, it was
gross.
freezing.
We weren't
Okay,
fishing
sorry,
for a reason.
It was
gnarly
50.
out.
Sorry.
It was, yeah.
It was not good. What like?
It was also like the afternoon and like it was the spring and overcast. Like
Yeah. Prime skiing conditions, exactly.
Anyways, he just like wanted to rip skiing so bad, and so I'm like, whatever. I drove the boat, and I like flung you.
You were being grimy.
He was going like 35, and I'm like, I got one ski. I'm like, come on, I want to get some turns.
To be honest, that was the hardest I laughed that trip because
you were just dying. And I'm like, stop,
dude. I think there's a video
from
somewhere.
I have a video on my phone somewhere.
Finally,
From
I
my
just, like,
perspective,
throw the
Peric
rope.
is driving, looking forward, trying to like focus, doing a terrible job of it, and Peric throws dice into like I just watched dice go into reeds, like grass. He's
Yeah,
in like
like
3 feet of water. I'm like, oh my god. I like am on the deck with my back, just like I'm like holding my belly,
Oh,
just
never.
dying. I'm like, he's gonna die. Peric doesn't know. Peric's just
like-
whipping him around. You weren't even towing him, dude. You were just like literally. He had been
Yeah.
pulling like 3 Gs, dude. You were just like this, like just trying not to let go.
He was
Oh, that
definitely
was good.
throttled down.
Well, I mean, speaking of like also to shore stations, Peric, what about that one time you tried to pull a shore station up with the ATV?
It's a good story. Very good
maybe
story.
a different podcast. Or
I think we should just keep going with it. I like it.
this whole podcast is about how we fuck up shore stations and docks.
So like there was like a short. I was trying to move it
I
shallower for
want to
my.
tell this. This
Okay,
one's good
fine.
from my
Yeah,
perspective.
I just like the way John does that guy's accent.
Yeah, this.
So this is up at Peric's lake house, opposed to Dice's, and this is again before I really knew Peric. I don't
It
know
was that same trip.
what.
It was that same trip.
Was it? That was a shit show if that was the same trip. Well, it might have been, yeah, because Jack was there.
Yeah.
It was the
Yeah,
same
Jack.
trip.
Yeah, that was because that was the only time Jack ever came up.
Yeah.
to
That
my
was like
cabin.
in the summer. Why were you pulling a shore station out?
Yeah,
So
no,
the
you-
water like lowered, and we were trying to like, or the
Oh,
water
that was it.
higher. It went higher. The water went higher, and
Who'd
we
they
decided-
hire?
The water rose, is what Peric is trying to say.
The water
Nailed it.
rose, so then we tried to pull it in with like the ATV.
Your dad gave you a chore. He was like, I need you to pull this
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
And what he wanted us to do is all 3 of us to get in the water and like physically try to move it. But, you know, you're fucking Bob the Builder over here. You're like, no, we don't do it. I'm like, all right, do it. Like, I'm like, Peric, don't we have to do this? Or Jack was like, don't we have to like move the shore station? Your dad said we have to move the shore station. You're like, no, that's fine. So you got like a 4-wheeler and you backed it down this really steep slope, and the steep slope meets the water's edge. Like there's no fucking break. It's just drop right into the water.
mud.
And it's mud.
No,
And-
but I went forward. I didn't back because of,
Oh,
there
you
was
did
a
forward.
winch. There was a winch on the front.
Oh, for sure. So you got the winch out, and you wrapped it around the shore station, and you went to go winch. So this is so hard to explain. I wish this was on video. You took the winch out, you attached it to the shore station, and then you engaged the winch, and you started to pull that line
Yeah.
in. But instead of pulling the shore station up, the shore station stayed in place, and the ATV started to slowly go into the water.
Right, it was so close
And you were
to
in
the
denial.
water.
You were very much in denial that it was going in the water.
Oh, what?
And it just kept fucking going eventually until it was in the water. And at that point, there was no getting your fucking ass out.
And then didn't like the neighbor come
Yeah.
over?
And then your Russian, Ukrainian, whatever neighbor came over, and he and his fucking.
No, he was like on the boat. Remember? He
Yeah,
like,
he
came
like
into
a
our
little
cove.
dinghy,
He
yeah.
came into our cove. He's like, "You need some help," like because my dad was obviously
Your dad
back at
was
this point, and he was
fucking
pissed.
rigid,
he was
dude.
pissed, and I was like, "Oh, geez." And then that guy was like, "You need any help?" And then my
How's
dad
he
was,
sound?
He's Yakko or
Yeah,
Yakko?
yeah.
He was like, "Oh, do you need any help with?" And your dad says, "Oh, Yakko, I'm good. No, I'm good."
"I'm good.
Your
Stop.
dad,
I'm
though,
good."
Your dad comes down. The funniest shit I've ever heard anyone say to you. He comes down. He walks down. He sees the ATV in the water. You're up in your fucking neck trying to pull in the water, trying to pull this thing out. Jack and I are on the shore, just like, oh god, oh god. Your dad has this face, and he's like, I can't believe you're that stupid. Alroy, what are you doing? Your dad loves you, but he was just so like,
yeah, he was
like,
just
what the shit are you doing?
His mind was blown.
So
how
what
dumb
we
you could
did
be, how dumb somebody can
is
be. Yeah.
your dad took his Chevy Colorado, connected it to the 4-wheeler that was then connected to the shore station, and they just pulled all 3 things up. It was fucking hilarious. Bro, I don't know why the fuck no one had a camera out. It was seriously the
Dude,
funniest.
I know, man. Some of the stuff I just wish
It
we
makes
had.
me wheeze thinking about it now. I was like, the other day I was thinking about that. It's so funny. And I was like, oh man, I wish you did that show more often, Peric.
So we decided to visit our buddy. He was studying abroad in Hong Kong. So John and I were like, hey, it was kind of cool because we were filming and we were like, we might as well like make a trip out of this
Dope
and film.
trip,
It was like
I've never been to like that far east.
Asia or anything. Like that was our first time there, and it was crazy. So, anyways, we go to Hong Kong. Like, it's cool. We're not doing much fishing in Hong Kong because we were flying to Bali to fish, and like the whole trip. So we started in Hong Kong, went to Bali for a couple days, and then we came back to Hong Kong. And on the last day in Hong Kong, Dice was hyping up this track. And it's like a betting place with horses, and it's like his favorite place to go. And it's just like
you go on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
So you go on Wednesdays. It's such a good place to go. It's open on Wednesdays.
Everybody knows.
It's just a great track, and like he hyped it up the whole trip. We like got booze. We started to walk, and it wasn't a far. It was a far walk. It was a good walk.
It was kind of
Yeah.
it was kind of a haul.
And we like get all the way there, the epitome, the end of the trip. And it was closed because it wasn't Wednesday.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't.
No,
it was
wasn't.
like it was like Thursday.
No, it was Wednesday.
What was the issue?
They
Why were they-
moved because there was like some holiday during the week, so like everything got like jogged or something. That's literally what it was.
So what did we do? You ended up throwing up in an alley.
Yeah, I ended up like
Yeah,
thinking,
which was so weird. Why did you do that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
We were so exhausted
We were
too.
tired.
It was like
Yeah.
a thing. We were
It was like
And then I think we tried to go to like a bar that was closed because maybe it was a holiday that day. I just remember like everything being closed.
But dude, one thing I will say is Hong Kong
Let's
blew
go home.
Hong Kong blew my mind. Like I remember we went out like super late. It was like 1 or 2 a.m. and crowds of people. Like seriously, the most
Yeah.
insane place I've
I
ever
wish-
been to. Or am
I wish we could have like
over-exaggerating
gone
it?
out in Hong Kong because the way like Hong Kong's nightlife works is literally insane.
you ever
Or at
seen
least
Blade
the
Runner?
place all the white people go.
Have you ever seen Blade Runner or like? No.
I have not.
I don't think so.
Anyway, if anyone's seen Blade Runner, that's what Hong Kong is. It's fucking like the future. It's like 2040. It's like it's so weird. I've been
But
in
then parts of it are all, like remember where all those fishing stores.
Yeah, and it was
went to?
quiet
That's like,
and
but
quaint.
that's not like
That's not
technology. Like you look like you.
yeah. And then we went
I don't know.
hiking and like
Just
found a
into back
cobra
alleys.
and like birds.
That was
and
crazy. We saw that cobra. Yeah.
But the purpose of that story was just this, like Dice just like
shit on dice, basically.
it always just happens where something like that will happen, and it's hilarious. But hey, we wanted to talk. I don't know what you feel about this topic.
Wait, what happened in Hong Kong?
I wanted to talk about somebody in high school that we might have both had a crush on.
Oh my god, you're really going there.
I love embarrassing myself. I literally don't care about it because it's just like my life, so whatever. But
we got pretty. Yeah, go ahead.
He was so mad.
I was.
Yeah.
So I guess we don't have to say names. We can keep it very general.
Yeah.
Samantha. You know,
That's pretty weird considering my name's Sam.
Okay. Terry.
you just like drew that weird connection there. It's like his like names are similar. Can't have that.
LaFonda.
LaFonda. It doesn't matter what her name was. How do you put this correctly? So I had a crush on her. Dice had a crush on her, and Dice was
It was
kind of.
a love quarrel. That's what
Yeah.
it was.
I probably had a little bit bigger crush on her. You were just. I don't know.
I love how he's measuring it.
I don't know. I don't know what like your whole plan was there, but you were like hanging out with her.
Yeah.
Yeah. How was that?
It was good. I don't.
I can I interject real quick? I think the funniest shit ever was like we all had like a fishing group chat, and like Perrick, one day you just fucking lost it. And we're like,
Yeah,
Perrick,
yeah,
you were
yeah. Just so mad about it.
Like Dice was just kind of like, yeah, whatever. Like he could care less. Like he could take it or leave it. But Perrick was like, Dice, you just don't fucking care about her, dude. I'm really trying to pursue this, and it's like if you're gonna waste, her time, then like fuck off. Like
That was the purpose
Like,
of
but
this.
there was like that was your text for the night. Like there was no one was talking about it. You just had this off. You had to get it off your chest.
Dude, you know why?
We went ice fishing on like Christmas Eve too, or maybe it was on New Year's. I don't know, something like that. And he was just like reaming me out in the shanty.
Like legitimately though, like not like not
Yeah,
poking
he
or
just-
prodding. Like
No,
hey,
he was like actually, man.
Yeah.
I had to go like check the tip ups.
He's like, yo, dude, I gotta go, man. You're.
but
You're
what
whack
made
right
it so
now.
funny is Dice wouldn't give a fuck. He would just be like, all right, be like, whatever, man. Barrett's
Oh,
just fuming.
you screwed all that up for me.
Remember that one time we went to Poigan and we finished
Oh,
it.
Wait, that's a
my
good.
God,
Yes,
that's a
dude.
great
That is such a
story.
good story. I'm so glad you brought that up.
Jack was there too, right? Who you used like
No.
you had like a
Well, just
Texas
us
fake
three.
ID.
Yeah, that
too.
Yeah,
was-
yeah.
that was when
That's
I
the
used
story.
it,
Well,
yeah.
that was.
Yeah.
Way to ruin
All
the
right,
story,
all right.
dude. Like,
Jack was there too, right? No.
like we're about to tell a story. He's like, yo, dude, remember that fake ID? Like, what?
Was Jack there? I thought it was just us three.
Maybe it was.
I just remember I was sick and you guys like picked me up and I
Was it you? This was definitely like,
idea.
dude, there's a hot bike going on.
Bro, I
on
saw
Lake
I saw a
Poygan.
video of a guy
We
catching
knew
fish. in
nothing
Poygan.
about Lake Poygan.
It's a lake
We
that
get
is
out
7
there,
foot across.
It's 7 feet across.
All the way across, like no
It's
shit.
massive. I mean,
and there were
it's
just
like,
people going like everywhere. It was just like
we had
no clue what we were
no
doing.
machines.
No, we did.
Walked out.
We did. We had Vexes and.
Oh no, like
I mean,
snowmobiles.
like,
Oh, yeah.
ATV,
Oh, yeah,
snowmobile.
yeah.
We had nothing. It was like slick ice. I'm pretty.
We
sure.
just thought we were
smoky. It
gonna.
was
We
smoky.
literally thought we were gonna walk out into the middle of this giant lake.
You couldn't see 20 feet in front of you.
Drill a hole and somehow just catch a bunch of white
So-
bass. Like we had this crazy vision in our
So
head that never
seeing as
happened.
we had no fucking idea what we were doing, we figured we'd remedy that and get a full handle fireball at the time. How did we acquire that?
I feel like we brought that with.
We did. That's
Yeah,
what I'm
we did.
saying.
Yeah.
We brought that
We
with.
drank it on
John
ice.
drank
The
all
whole
of
thing.
it.
You literally drank the whole bottle by yourself. Like I
Yeah,
didn't even drink any of
bad.
it.
And then
That was like in what we were like.
and then we went
17?
to like Little Green
No,
Lake.
I was 18.
Oh no, you were in college. Yeah.
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 Or
This
no,
was.
no, I was 19. Yeah, because I had the fake. I got the fake in college.
This was your freshman year, my senior year in high
Yep,
school. Okay.
yep.
Got it.
And we went to Little Green Lake.
Yeah, and then we went to Little Green Lake.
Tried to buy like bait.
No,
and
so there
then
was,
tried-
like,
or
a
you tried to buy,
little-
like a case of beer. Or something.
Yeah, there was like a little like bait shop there, and at this point John was pretty drunk, and like
Oh,
Dice
dude.
and Dice was kind of like we fished. We got there at like 6
Sunup.
a.m. Yeah,
Yeah.
we drove throughout the night. We got
It
there.
was
We
a
were
send. We
and we
went
were like
after it.
so mad we couldn't catch him, so we were changing lakes, and we like see this little bait shop, and John's like, "I'm gonna go in there and buy a beer." And we're like, "You have a fake?" And he like gives us this fake. It's not even him in the picture. It's like some random dude. Like, how did you even get
It's a
that?
Texas.
I found it.
Dude,
I found it
it.
at Ohio University. Some guy like gave it to me. He's like, "Do you want my ID?" And I'm like, "Yes."
Looked nothing like the kid was like.
It worked forever until my mom took it. It worked, except that day.
Thought that shop took it. No, they
No,
didn't.
no, they didn't take it. No.
She
He
just laughed
Yeah,
in
he
my
just got
face.
denied. He just got denied. He,
She's like, get the fuck out. Texas? Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
in Wisconsin fishing
yeah,
Green
the
Lake.
Middle of Little
Little
She
Green Lake,
was
not even Big
laughing
Green
her
Lake.
ass. I could hear her laughing outside the door. Like she was cracking up. Yeah, I tried to buy a 30 rack of Keystone. So you get an ID, and I'm like, yep. And I gave her this idea, and she just
John was
started
feeling good.
yeah, he was feeling
Huckling.
good. He was had a
Oh,
couple
dude.
shots of Fireball. He was.
a couple of shots. Yeah, definitely. And we caught how many fish today? I think we got 3 bluegill.
We decided to go. This is about the Bali trip when we went snorkeling. And do you remember what somebody?
Dice loves this story.
Such a
Yeah.
good story. Yes. dude.
No,
Like,
were we snorkeling? Was
We
this
were
when your
spearfishing.
back got fried or spearfishing?
spear
And then we
fishing.
were checking out the manta rays.
Yeah, the
which
manta
was
rays.
so sick.
the manta rays. There's video of this if you want to see the manta rays. But we were going spearfishing, and the guy we were going spearfishing with, just to like paint like a story of how like crazy Bali is with the current and stuff. Like this dude's, we saw this picture and it kind of looked like the dude, like the captain of the boat, and we were like, "Well, that's a nice picture of you." And he goes, "No, that's my brother." Remember this?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was like
Hardcore.
What was that?
story.
Hardcore.
It was
I
like,
told the
it was
story
like
the
a
other day.
90
Did you?
kilo GT he was holding, right?
Yeah,
They
so-
don't know. It was probably big. Like
No,
extremely
no.
bigger.
In the picture.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
in the picture, yeah.
Sure.
It was a
So
dogtooth tuna. That
his brother shot a. We were going spearfishing. His brother shot a GT, and the
no,
GT.
It was
It was a doggy.
a dogtooth. I
Oh,
thought.
tuna. Yeah, he shot a tuna, and the tuna dragged him into the current, and he ended up like passing away.
The
Like
fish killed him.
yeah,
literally.
they never
That's
found
mental.
him. They never found him. And this guy was still spearfishing, and we were going out with this guy.
They found a spear but didn't find him.
Yeah.
Ominous as shit. Yeah.
That's scary. That's the picture. That's what's going on. We get in the water. We're like spear, and John's not a huge swimmer. Like
So we're going
Not
out.
salt water.
Here, no,
Yeah.
you gotta get. You're just like that's the story.
no,
So
no.
we were going spearfishing.
And John's not a swimmer. Yeah. Okay. So next topic. Yeah.
No, but we were going
Dice is right. You fucked it
spearfishing,
up. Oh,
and
okay.
there's like this spot. We're fishing off or spearfishing off of Nusa Penida Island, which is just like a small island next to Bali. So it's like what is it, like a 40-minute boat ride.
Yeah.
And there's this point, like the first spot you hit, where like all these manta rays hang out. So he's
That
like,
was chill. Admittedly, I
yeah.
was cool
So,
with that.
but it was still pretty like wavy. But he's like, all right, here, like, we'll snorkel and then we'll go like spearfishing. But remember, no, it was like wicked out because we had to spearfish in those little coves because it was ripping.
Okay, real quick, give me 2 seconds to like put up my defense. First of all, strongest current in the world is like Indonesia. Like,
Yeah.
dude, it's like you're sitting in the water and you get pulled back 5 feet and then you get pushed back another 2. It's psycho.
Yep.
And then also when I thought we
It
were
was also a
spearfishing-
bad day too, though.
Yeah, it was windy. It was shitty. I thought we were like spearfishing like 10-foot flat 5. I get in the water, 60 fucking feet of just clear water, and I'm like, I don't
That
do that,
shelf,
man. That
yeah.
shit's scary. I don't do that. A lot
There's a
of
dude
I
with-
applaud
there's-
people who can do that.
there was
but
remember that dude that was on that boat? He had 1 foot.
He had 1 foot.
and he was diving 60 feet. So
and I
there
look
was-
like a pussy.
Yeah, so he jumps out. So that was what I was getting to.
Yeah, but you just like jump. You're like telling the story
Okay.
about his brother, and then you're like, so we're like in the water. Like,
Well, I was just
you gotta
trying.
say that we're not spearfishing now. Like, otherwise it would be confusing.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, good job. I was just.
Thanks, Dice.
Yeah. Thanks. You killed that. You honestly helped me. No, it's
No,
on
I'm
me.
being-
It's
I'm
on
being
me. It's on
serious.
me.
No,
It's
no,
on me.
I'm
Okay.
being serious. Perk fucked up on that.
So, have you guys ever seen like that Amazon ad when you're clicking through Amazon of that like huge face mask that has like a snorkel at the top that like
It's like a bubble.
Yeah,
You're
it
like
looks
Buzz
Fucking
Lightyear.
sick. It looks sick. Okay.
and you just wonder who buys that? Like you're like who buys that product? Like oh,
Hey, this
well,
guy.
Buddy John just like pops. He didn't want to wear the mask they gave you, so he pops this thing on. And he like gets in the water.
The thing is, he was like a snorkeling virgin. Like,
Yeah.
was it only
Bro,
a year
I've never done that
the-
before.
Yeah.
The first time we went to Indonesia, that like he went snorkeling for the first time. He's like, "Oh, I don't want to snorkel. I don't want to snorkel." He loved it.
Yeah, he loves
His
it.
back got
Yeah,
fried.
then I got
But yeah,
fucking
so
toasted.
John's just a complete. The next year, he's back in Indonesia. He's like, "I'm gonna up my snorkeling game."
Yeah.
Bro, I went to
browsing
2 to
on-
60 feet of
He's
water.
browsing on Amazon and he finds this bubble. Literally looks like Buzz Lightyear.
It's
And
got like a
the-
dong on the top for breathing, and then the whole instead of like just
We gotta get a
eyes,
picture.
It's just the whole
picture
thing
needs
that
to
goes
pop
on your
up.
face. But here's the trippy part, okay? So it sounds like it would work. It's like a mask, like you're like fucking Apollo 19 on this shit. Like you look like a spaceship astronaut, motherfucker. You put this thing around your face, but the problem is any sort of leak that gets in there, it fills up the entire mask. So you adjust your face a little bit, and water seeps in there, and you're just like nose, mouth, you're breathing in water from like, and I'm like, dude, it was the scariest thing ever. I swim all the way out there, and then I put my head under, and as soon as I put my
your
fucking-
head floats with that thing.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
literally
there-
can't
it's
go
air, yeah.
underwater.
And it like sucks your face too. It like it's this crazy pressure. It was legitimately was like I'm gonna fucking die in Bali with this stupid Amazon. And and the problem was I was so pumped to use it. I was
Yeah.
excited. I was showing you guys like this thing is sick. I even did a video prior. I was like, yo guys, it's going down tomorrow. I'm gonna go snorkeling with this fucking Buzz Lightyear mask. And dude, I like swam like 50 yards out. I was like, I'm gonna dive. I wasn't feeling it to begin with, and I go down, and I can't fucking go down, like you said, because the face is like buoyant. And then
That's
I like,
why I filled up with salt
yeah,
water.
then I press down harder, and it just fills up with salt water, and I just sucked in a bunch of salt. And I was like, I take the thing off, and the captain of the boat's just laughing.
Do you remember
He's
what our
like,
captain did?
yes.
He like threw, he like threw the,
Yeah,
the
he
buoy.
threw the-
He
he's
threw the
like,
buoy.
he's like, this is what all the Chinese people come with.
And he had to throw him the buoy, and John like lassoed onto the buoy like it was
Flat
like
out died.
he was dying. And
It
like
was a rescue mission.
Our captain pulled him in,
Yes.
and like, dude, he was upstairs like you would.
He
like,
didn't even get to spearfish,
Yeah.
or he didn't even
like,
want
bro,
to
it's
spearfish. He was
funny,
scared
but
of
like
the
I
water.
seriously
You
think I
drank
could have
so
fucking
much
died
water.
if he didn't throw that buoy at me.
Yeah,
I was,
well, like
I was
saltwater poisoning.
okay,
like a thing,
admittedly, I'm not the strongest swimmer. I didn't expect us to be spearfishing in the like the abyssal zone of the fucking Pacific Ocean, and I've got this mask. And here's the funny thing too is like later I like looked up the reviews of that mask, and people flat out fucking like die from those things. Like
Not
there's
surprised.
there's
Yeah.
2 people in Australia that died from wearing those masks because it fills up with fucking water. And I didn't bother to do any research. And I'm like, oh my god.
and like it gets stuck on your head, so you can't take it off. Oh man,
That's it. Just the shit. It
Yeah.
fills up with water and it gets stuck in your head. And if you can't pull it off because it suctions
Yeah.
with the water
And then you
in.
panic. Oh
Yeah.
jeez, so bad.
Oh, I was a dunce, man. Anyway,
was-
I shot 0 fish. I ate some dragon fruit on the top
That
of
was
the
a
boat.
good
and I got
story.
sunburned.
That was a
No,
good story.
but after the one buddy with the one leg shot what he shoot?
Parrotfish.
He shot a bluefin trevally.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
blanking out.
oh,
You
yeah.
shot some fish too, didn't you?
I shot a couple parrotfish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Admittedly, like the other day when
Did we
I.
order a pizza?
We can. You wanna do it right
We
now?
should order it right now.
It's not gonna come in the time we're done with the podcast.
Yeah, but it'll be interesting. People want to know what we're eating for. You don't like that
Is it
idea,
mukbang?
dude? Can you calm down, man? It's like we shoot you an idea, right?
Honestly,
has he been ganging up on us on this podcast?
bringing up all these stories in which you've yelled at me just gets me stressed. Okay. Hey, we ate Portillo's today. That was the first meal I had.
I had Portillo's too.
Dude, guess what I ordered? And it fucking
Yeah,
ruined me.
dude, wait.
Dice is
Yeah.
gonna hate me. Dice. One thing you used to get mad at me so much about is the food I'd eat. You used to get stressed. You'd be like, "Why don't you eat
Yeah, like-
tomatoes? Why don't you eat lettuce?"
Because he was like missing out on all this like good stuff. He's like, I'll
I've got
take
hey.
Kraft mac and cheese and a hot dog, please. Microwave.
Oh, come on, dude. I didn't do that.
He did
That's
that.
definitely
that
what
was
you
definitely
ate
you.
until,
Kraft
like,
mac and cheese. This was
fifth grade.
This
It's
was the
like
kid that-
I'm mac and cheese and
But
hot
you
dog.
didn't.
That's all I'll eat. You're one of those kids.
Let's just get to the story about Portillo's because, like, so we get off the plane today, and John, like,
Oh, that's gonna tear me a new one on this one.
you drank like a huge cup of coffee. You were like feeling yourself. Like,
I was
You were
shaking.
like getting like you just ripped through my fridge, ate an apple. He's like, I need to get food. So I'm like, dude, Portillo's. He's like, yeah, let's go to Portillo's.
Yeah.
Get to Portillo's. This is what he orders. The most odd three. Here, just take a guess on the oddest three items you can
I'm about to
possibly
get
order. Like
shit
a
on.
dessert, a side, and
That's what he got.
yeah, like a dessert, a side, and a main course.
You ordered. You ordered the most ridiculous stuff. All right, you probably
Just
got
guess. Just
pasta.
guess. Fuck ass.
No.
You're wrong.
First item's a burger.
Okay.
Which is modest. That's good.
Then he
Order
gets
burger.
fine.
then he
Yeah,
gets
I get it.
chili,
All right,
and then
it's cold.
he gets a chocolate shake
No cake.
or
shake,
chocolate
you
cake shake.
All right. First of all, honestly, I don't find anything wrong with that.
Oh,
whole
really?
entire
Oh,
order.
wow.
I'll break it down.
Now
I'll
you
break
look
it
like a
down.
fuck ass.
First of all, the burger at Portillo's is
It's
good.
really good. Charbroiled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to always get the burger as a kid. I haven't gotten it in a while.
You guys don't realize how big this moment is for me. For
Chili.
Dice to finally say that my
Chili.
order is sufficient.
After sitting in the stand all day
Sounds
in
good. I almost went with
in
chicken
a
nudie.
snowstorm on Halloween, the whole time I was just thinking about, God, I need some
Chili.
damn chili. It's true.
This is a big moment, you guys.
So like,
Seriously.
it's literally a snowstorm, and where'd
Yeah.
you just come from?
Texas. It's 37 in Texas right now.
I did see like the top of that was getting
brutal.
some snow too. But
Yes.
like chili's not a big deal, and then the
gonna shut
chocolate cake shake is like the staple.
It's
item
endemic
of
to
Portillo's.
Portillo's.
Like, that's like
Here's
that is
here's
what
the
they're
deal.
known
Here's the
for,
deal though.
so
You drink a
you.
large cup of you drink a
probably
large.
haven't been back to Chicago in so long. He's
First
like,
time I had
no, I'm just
Portillo's
gonna
in a
cut
year.
you off. That
But
is
you-
like
Yes.
a top-notch order, honestly, in my book.
You drink a large cup of coffee, you get chili, a burger, and a chocolate cake shake. Your butthole is feeling that in about
Yeah,
20
okay.
minutes.
No, for
like that's
sure.
what I'm saying.
That's
like,
not the argument. Yeah. I mean.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if that's the way you're looking at it.
Yeah,
I thought
I'm
you were
just-
saying like he got the most ridiculous items. Like he got I thought you were gonna say he went to like Barnelli's or whatever you call it. And got,
This
like,
is a fucking.
and got like pasta.
Dude, every time I go to Portillo's, Barnelli's, like, how are they say? Like, how does that section of the business?
Well,
Like, it's never.
like today I got the chopped salad.
I get the pasta from. Dude, you ever had the baked mazzacholi from Portillo's?
I get
I
the
have,
chopped
actually.
salad.
It's
all
good.
the time,
Honestly, like Portillo's is good.
But I guess for me, I don't
Unreal.
fuck with salad. And every time
Yeah.
I look at Barnelli's, it's just
Yeah,
salad.
you don't fuck with salad at all.
It's like broke ass grilled chicken with some salad. Fuck that shit.
What was it?
ribs. They got.
I've never
I used
had.
to always
the
get the
fucking
ribs when I was a little kid.
Is it good actually?
My sister used to
I
get the
mean, I was
ribs.
a kid. I haven't had ribs in so long.
Big rib guy. What
used
were we getting into before we got in?
We're
had,
talking
like-
about how we almost went blind drinking
Oh,
rice
the
wine.
rice.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a good story. So this is the Komodo Island. So this is part of our Hong Kong, or this was part of the Bali.
Real quick, I want to say
You
that
didn't
this
even
was.
join. You didn't partake.
I was really tired.
Yeah, I want to talk on the phone. Who?
Oh,
it was.
yeah. He was
Oh,
about
I
to-
thought we were
he was about
fucking
to
cool
fly
for a
back
second.
to- he was
Guys,
about
I
to
thought we
fly
were
back to
cool.
Oxford, Ohio.
Guys, I thought we were.
Oh, whoa!
Guys, I thought we were cool for a
Shots.
fucking second, and then you turn on me like this.
Nah, I'm just
Bullshit.
It was good.
Dude.
I enjoyed that.
I haven't seen,
But
I haven't seen you in a while. So
I know.
Guys, you
man.
remember
No,
us?
but for real, I did bail.
we saw this bar like up the road. So Peric and I walked to it. Did Sophie
First of
come
all,
with
you have to
us, or-
explain
Yeah,
what
he
a
did.
bar looks like in Komodo.
This was like a sweet bar. So
Was it
like,
actually nice?
Yeah, it was.
It was
It was,
legit,
it was
okay.
like an island.
Because some of the like
bar. It was,
restaurants
like,
and bars
up on
are
a
like
cliff,
a tent.
and like it was like a nice
Oh,
bar.
was it? Okay,
They had live
okay. I
music
stand
in there.
corrected.
They had like a fire pit out front, but where Peric like puked in. But
Dude, I throw up a lot. Like, sorry to like go on a tangent, but like I throw up a lot. But
Oh, I
like
know.
when I drank that, it just like was
all right,
instant.
all right.
Dude, yeah.
So let's
sorry.
jump back in here. So we go to this place. We have no money.
I suck at telling stories. Go ahead.
We have no money, and the only thing, like the cheapest thing on the menu, like Komodo's really cheap, but for some reason this place was like kind of expensive, and we also just didn't have a lot of money. But it was like $1 like rice wine shots. Like it was probably like honestly 50 cents, like
Yeah.
USD. But
Wait, what?
the
Like a
guy
50-cent
grabs
shot.
it. We're like, all right, we'll take 3 of those. The guy grabs like goes underneath like the bar, grabs a plastic water bottle that looks like someone peed in it,
Come on.
and just pours it. And keep in mind, it was literally 100 degrees out, and this is just an open. There's no
He
windows.
didn't like
on this
open up
bar.
a fridge. Like he grabbed, like he just
You literally grabbed it from underneath the
It
table.
was like a water bottle like this.
homemade.
filled.
So
Filled
it's
with,
insinuating
like-
it's homemade.
Looked
Filled
like
with
someone
the yellow-
took a
It's
piss.
homemade.
Yellow liquid, just a
And
yellow
so we
liquid.
didn't know that yet. rice wine, like, oh, rice.
Is that
It's something
sake?
they
Is that what
drink
it is?
in
It's like sake,
Asia.
right?
You know, like think it's like a common thing.
Holy
it's just
shit.
like the deal. Well, we drink it. Peric pukes.
Instantly?
Yeah, like I take the
It
shot.
was terrible.
I took the shot.
Really
Dude,
bad.
like steaming hot.
Yeah, try.
Not even like not like
can
room,
imagine Peric.
not even room temperature. Like,
Oh man.
like it was definitely the temperature of whatever it was outside because it like
And it's fucking hot. It's April in Komodo.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
100 degrees and he pukes.
Oh fuck.
I take it. I think we ordered like a Coke after that and we had no money left, so we like drink that and we're like, all right, we got to go back. And like I said, like it's a one-way and like this truck was there, so they picked us up and it's like a one-way road, like a circle. And so
Oh,
we had
that's
to go
why, yeah.
past all these other bars and other people got on the little bus trolley thing to hit the other bars and we had to go all the way around because we were at the top. And while we're in there, these people from like the Australia, I think, were like, oh, you guys were drinking rice wine? Oh my God, like you gotta be careful with that. Like it'll make you go blind. Like that shit's homemade. And so like
Australia-
Peric's like, we get back and we're both like
Throwing
gagging
it up.
ourselves.
Yeah.
And we get in and talk to Johnny. He's like, oh, that's just like moonshine. So we like didn't really put
Talking
that in
to me?
perspective. Yeah, you told us that it's like moonshine can like also make you
Oh,
go
oh,
blind.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
just
yeah,
like
yeah.
how you make it.
Yeah.
But
If
then,
it's done the wrong way, but I think it's
yeah,
pretty rare.
we got
though,
like
I think.
we didn't realize how
moonshine, at least.
common rice. I mean, clearly they were serving it at a bar, so it is like very common. Because going back on the spearfishing story, after
gave
we
us
had
some-
like
Oh
a
yeah, we had
cookout.
rice wine that time.
We had
yeah.
a cookout like
That's all they
where
were
we
drinking.
ate all the fish, and they were drinking rice wine that
Yeah.
probably someone local made. And he just said like, once you start drinking rice wine, like don't drink anything else because you'll have like the worst hangover ever.
Oh,
Yeah.
you can't mix it. So again, I'm only telling the story to one up these guys, about the rice wine story. But it was, I think, 2 years ago, three years ago, was when the iPhone 8 came out. I believe that's the only reason why. That's the only timeline I have of this. And it was Rob's birthday, and Rob and I went up to Washington to catch a native steelhead. It was a fucking disaster of a trip. We ended up breaking so much camera gear.
Oh,
It
my.
rained every single day, and like as you guys know, you can't film in the rain. And it was actually when the new GoPro 5 came out too. And the GoPro 5 wasn't as waterproof as they advertised it, and I just had so much shit break that trip. Anyway, I fucking squirted out a video, and I'm like, all right, Rob, I don't want to fucking fish anymore. Like, we're done. He's like, it's fine. Like, it's my my birthday's in a few days. I'm gonna celebrate with some people I grew up with, because Rob lived in Washington, I guess, for a bit.
I think he like grew up. He like was born in Texas, then moved there when he was like younger, and then he moved back to Dallas.
Yeah, again, I don't want to don't quote me on this, but Rob's got some friends in Washington. He's like, it's my birthday. I'm going to spend some time with my friends. Again, like, I don't know any of these people. I just was like, I was down for it. I was like, whatever. Yeah, like, let's roll. And so we met up with like actually a lot of fucking people that he had known when he was in Washington. It was like 10 folks, and like we went to this bar, and I don't fucking remember. We went really hard. Ended up getting kicked out of the fucking bar. I got banned. I dropped my phone into a pitcher of beer, destroyed my brand new iPhone 8 or 7. I don't know. I think it was the 7. Maybe it was the
Love
7.
just wrecking things.
Just breaking
When
shit.
you're
right?
home-
Yeah.
gassed up.
I broke a window at the bar. That's why I got kicked out. Yeah. They cut me off, and then they
Wait,
kicked me out.
at
Do you
that
remember
one?
that or no?
Yeah.
I did not know
I
you.
do. I remember that part. So I what happened was
Dude,
is
he loves this.
they
drug.
cut me off after they saw me put my phone in the beer and try talking into it. Like, everyone around thought it was funny, but like the bartender saw me do that, and he was like, "You're fucking drunk." And I'm like, "I'm so sorry." And I was like, "I'll stop doing it." And I didn't stop doing it. I took my phone after I realized it was broken, and I punted it. And when I kicked it, it hit the window and like cracked it really bad. And he's like, "You guys need to go." And I was like, I didn't fight it. Like, I was like, "Yeah, you're right. I'm being a dipshit. I was being really shitty." So we left the bar, and we went to like a supermarket to get more alcohol, because that's what we really needed. And we went to this, like, I don't know what's a supermarket, like, it's like the Jewel Osco of Seattle. I can't think of the name of it, but like we went to the main.
Oh yeah, we went there. I don't. It's like a Publix or whatever. Just
Yeah, it's
in
like a
that-
Publix, something
in
like that.
area.
So we went in there, and we were like, long story short, just kind of goofing off. Like, it was clear that we were drunk. We had a DD, but our DD like left. So like we had no means of fucking getting home. We were like, oh shit, we're at this grocery store. We're like sketching like the employees out, and they're like really pissed at us. So like they call the cops. Like we weren't doing anything crazy, but like they
Weren't
called.
you driving around like the handicap cart?
Yeah, I don't know, maybe. Maybe.
That's not that bad. That's hilarious.
I was just driving around this little car, like the little carts they have.
Did you like roll over and like you hit an aisle like?
There was an aisle that had a bunch of boxes because they were restocking that night, and it was right before they were okay. So we were being really sketchy, I'll admit. So they were restocking that night, so they had a bunch of empty boxes. So I took again, regrettable. I don't like messing with people in retail. It's like really rude and shitty. But I took the automatic cart and I rolled over all of these boxes, and the boxes were like flying everywhere because it would get caught in the tracks of the cart. And like a manager came up to me, and I remember he grabbed on the handlebars of the cart, and he's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "I'm so sorry. Like I injured my ankle the other day, and I've just like I can't walk. Like I know I regret this. This is so shitty." And I'm like, "I'm so sorry. Like the only reason why I have this cart right now is because I just can't walk." And one thing I also left out too is like Rob's friends drew like dicks and stars and like their names over my face, so my face is I look like fucking like Gucci Mane, like with fucking tattoos all over my face. I look like Boon Gang, like, and he looks at me like about to just slap me, and he says, "Okay, just calm down." I thought he was gonna fucking kick me out. I was like, "Oh my god, how did I just get away with that?" So after that, I was like, "We should leave. I'm being ignorant." So we all leave, and that's when we realized our DD left us. We're like, "Oh my god, like where are we gonna go?" And I don't know why we didn't call an Uber, but like we walked in the parking lot, and there was like this chick and her boyfriend there. And we were like, let's just ask these guys for a ride. Complete fucking strangers. They were in I remember it was a Ford Explorer, like an early 90s Ford Explorer.
Didn't Rob like buy their groceries?
Getting there.
Okay.
So we were like, hey, can we get a ride? There's 4 of us, like me, Rob, and 2 of his friends. We just need to go to this address. It's like 10 minutes away. And they're like, yeah, sure, if you buy our groceries. And I'm like, oh, no doubt. I got this. So I walk in with this chick. Mind you, this is like fucking 1 a.m. to buy groceries, like kind of weird. No one's at the shop, and I go back in there, and they're like super sus. Like, what are you doing back in here? I'm like, no, it's chill. I'm just buying this woman's groceries because she's giving me a ride. And she I wait there at the counter, the cashier's counter, and she comes back with like fucking, what did she come back with? Like window cleaner, bleach, like cough syrup, and like something else, like something like fucking some sort of hardcore cleaner, like Ajax. And I was like, kind of weird late night list.
And you're in Seattle.
Seattle. Yeah. I was like, kind of a weird, I didn't think anything of it. I was like, well, whatever. And I kind of like get a look at the chick, and she's like pretty, like, she's weathered. I'll just say that. Like, she's pretty grimy. Her hair was super greasy, and like, she just looked rough. Again, buying all these interesting items at 1 a.m. It's okay. Whatever. I'll give her, it's $50. We head out. I'm like, all right, thanks so much for the ride. She's like, she was so stoked that we bought this. Like, meaning as if like she didn't have the money. Like, she was pumped that we bought this. It was almost like she walked into a perfect situation where we needed something and she needed something, and we helped each other out. So we get in the car, and we're like, all right, we need to go to something Issaquah, and it was only 10 minutes away. And we're driving, we're driving down the road, and we get like 2 minutes down the road, and she's driving. Her boyfriend is in the passenger seat. We're on the back seat of this fucking shitty Ford Explorer that smells like literal cat piss. It was disgusting. And she's like, hey, do you mind if my boyfriend smokes? We're like, yeah, whatever, no biggie. Like, just fire up a dart, have at it. And this guy pulls out a fucking doohickey, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? It's not a cigarette, it's not a joint, it's a fucking meth pipe. He pulls out a full-on meth rig.
And you still didn't have an idea that that's what those ingredients were for?
No. I was pretty drunk, and I just oblivious and dumb. And he fucking sticks a little torch underneath the glass. And I'm like, whoa! And it smelled like piss in the car because apparently, like, it's heroin that smells like piss, right? It's one of those.
Asking the wrong guy. This is going down a dark hole. Wow.
No, I mean, we weren't doing it. It was crazy that we were in this situation. I've never been in I've been like in big cities before where like around people who smoke like heroin, and it's supposed to smell like piss, and that's the reason why the car smelled like piss. I was like so confused, like it's like your dog pee back here. It smells awful, but I didn't want to be rude because they were giving us a ride, and I think he was smoking either meth or I think he smoked heroin too. I don't want to sound like an idiot. I feel like it's good that I don't know how you can. yeah. But
he was doing something that was hardcore.
Rob was like, stop the fucking car.
Yeah.
And she's like, "What's wrong?" He's like, "I've never seen." He like the whole night he wasn't really. He was like kind of like having fun, but he got super serious. Like stopped the fucking car. She slams on the brakes. We like roll out of the car before she even comes to a complete halt. And I don't know. Someone called someone else and we got a ride home. But it was psycho, dude.
That's crazy.
They were they needed all. They needed all that gear to smoke meth. Like I guess that's what you need to like smoke, like create meth or some sort of household drug. Fucking psycho. Yeah, that was my white rice wine story. That was my rebuttal. It was kind of, I did a shitty job of telling it. It was a long time.
That just sounds like a ridiculous night, from breaking a window in a bar to
ride
home with crackheads.
Yeah. We need to make sure we include like some Jon B bar stories. I feel like I'm always the one who gets like.
That was the only time I've ever been to a bar though.
Remember when we went to the Cubs game for your birthday and he bought a like $300 like limited edition.
Oh yeah, hat.
We both did.
We got to tell some good stories. But hopefully you guys enjoyed. I mean, I feel like this was a solid podcast. Yeah. Thanks so much for joining us.
Honestly,
thanks Sam.
Much easier than I thought. You just kind of roll.
Yeah. We want, and honestly, that's kind of what we wanted. I feel like sometimes when we do like a Guggencast or something, it's just a little bit too, Well,
like what's cool is like I'm in the mood to like talk and drink and chill. I haven't seen Dice in a long time too. I haven't seen Perry in a long time as well.
Yeah.
So this is neat. Again, if you guys have a name suggestion for our podcast, that'd be fucking sick because we still don't have a name for what we want to call this podcast.
What was the name?
I like Chirped.
Chirped, yeah. I like Chirped too. Chirped
because we're constantly chirping each other. Yeah, that's a no for Slime.
No, it's honestly not a.
Well, hey, let us know if you guys like Chirped.
What was the other one? Never stop.
Never stop talking.
Never stop talking. That was like a plan.
That's not bad.
I feel like
The problem is there's a lot of podcasts that have names that are good.
And
it's not. Chirped isn't one.
No, Chirped's
not one.
Chirped's alright.
Thank you guys so much for watching.
Appreciate it.
Peace out. Yeah.
Yeah, Dice. You can follow Dice on Instagram. What do you have?
Instagram.
He's got Instagram.
Yeah, you can plug it.
What is it?
Rolling Dice.
Rolling Dice, the best Instagram of all time. Rolling Dice. Check him out. Peace out. Thanks for watching. Dope, guys.
That was good.
Thanks, Sam.